This is the key for air practice number 7 on ratios, rates, and percent. Number 1, the answer is 5 to 1. You could have written that as 5:1, 5 to 1, or 5 over 1. Number 2, the answer is for every 5 males, there are 2 females. Number 3, at the carnival, the ratio of rides to games was 9 to 8. For every 8 games, there were 9 rides. Number 4, the answer is 3 to 7, 3:7, 3 to 7, or 3 over 7. Any one of those answers would be fine. Number 5, for every 1 diet soda, there are 7 regular sodas sold. Number 2, 7:3, or 723, or 7 over 3. You can write them any way that you want, but both numbers are divisible by 7. Number 2, both numbers are divisible by 6, so 7 to 9. Number 3, both numbers divisible by 4, 3 to 8. Number 4, both numbers are divisible by 5, so the answer is 9 to 4. Number 5, both numbers are divisible by 3, so the answer is 5 to 8. Next page. Number 1, set up my proportion, cross multiplied and divide, and the answer is $5 per hamburger. Number 2, there's my proportion, cross multiply and divide, 6 grams per pencil. Number 3, there's my proportion, cross multiply and divide, 3 pens per second. Number 4, there's my proportion, cross multiply and divide, 8 cats per week. Number 5, there's my proportion. Cody would have jogged 0.7 miles. At the bottom, number 1, we're figuring out percent of a number. So 24.5 is 35% of 70. 12.75 is 15% of 85. 26.4 is 22% of 120. And it's not numbered, but on this last problem at the bottom, 60% of the visitors were students. There's my proportion. So the total number of visitors was 240, which is letter D. Next page. Reader reads 3 times as many fiction books as nonfiction. What is the ratio of fiction books to total books? So the answer is letter B. Number 2, 4 cups in a quart, 4 quarts in a gallon. How many cups are in 5 gallons? Set up my proportions, 4 cups per 1 quart, 4 quarts in a gallon, 5 gallons. We're going to cross out the labels, multiply across, and end up with 80 cups in 5 gallons. Number 3, the table from B to P, we're multiplying by 8 each time. So I went up here and said, is 24 times 8 3? Nope. 7 times 8 42? No. 6 times 8 54? No. But 1 times 8 is 8, so D is our answer. Number 4, the answer is C, 7 to 8. Next page. Number 5, daisies to total number of flowers. I had to add up the daisies, the sunflowers, and the tulips to get 9. So the total ratio of daisies to total is 2 to 9. Printer printing pages. There's my proportion. Cross multiply and divide. The answer is 105 pages. Number 7, they gave us a table. So I set up 4 over $10 and then 12 over N, cross multiply and divide. So $30, letter C is our answer. Number 8, set up a unit rate problem, 250 minutes for $15. How much for 1 minute? Cross multiplied and divide, and 6 cents is the answer, letter A. Next problem, number 9, we've got a table. So I took the first ratio they gave us, 1 to 3, set it up as a proportion to find the answer to 2 over n, cross multiplied and divide, and then continue to do that for the rest of the missing numbers in the table. So 6, 4, and 27 are your answers. Factory can assemble 150 cars in 3 hours. So how many cars per hour? So 150 over 3, cross multiplied and divide, 50 cars per hour. And then they wanted to know how many cars in 8 hours. So I just took 50 cars times 8 hours and got 400. Number 11, 15% off of a camera that was $45. 15% of 45 is $6.75. So that's my answer there. Number 12, he cleans 90 cars in 5 days. How many cars does he clean in 1 day? This is also a unit rate problem. So when we cross multiply and divide, we find out it's 18 or letter D. Next page, unit rate problems. We're looking for anything that has the number 1 in it. Unit rate always has the number 1. So Miss Claus bought 2 pairs of shoes for $30. There's no 1. Mr. Rothwell ran 12 kilometers in an hour. An hour is 1 hour. So that is unit rate. Mrs. Iser made 17 tables in 4 days. There's no 1 there. Mrs. Miller typed 222 words in 4 minutes. That is not unit rate. There's no 1. There were 56 berries in the pie Miss Kroger made. So that's 1 pie, 56 berries. That is unit rate. Number 14, this one's a little tricky. Ratio of strawberries to blueberries in Jason's fruit salad is 4 cups to 5 cups. So strawberries make up 4/5 of the fruit salad. That is not true because there's 4 cups of strawberries and 5 cups of blueberries, so 9 cups totals. So strawberries would make up 4/9 of the salad. Blueberries make up 5/9 of the salad. That is true. There are 5 strawberries for every 4 blueberries. That's not true. We're talking cups, not actual berries. And then there's always 1 more cup of blueberries and strawberries. That's not true because if we did 8 cups, we would have 10 cups of blueberries. So there, in that case, we would have 2 more cups of blueberries. So that's not true. Letter D. So B is the only one that's true. Number 15, this is that tricky one where we need to know how many kids are in the cooking club. They gave us the art to drama and the cooking to art. So we're going to figure out how many kids are in the art club. If there's 7 art kids, 13 drama kids, and then we have 130 drama, we need to figure out how many art kids there are. So we cross multiply and divide, so there's 70 art kids. And then the next ratio they gave us was 5 cooking to 14 art. So if we know there's 70 art, we just need to figure out how many cooking kids there are. So cross multiply, divide, we get the answer 25 students in the cooking club. Last page, last problem. So we need to know how many yards there are in 1.5 miles. We know there's 1,760 yards, 1,760 yards in 1 mile. So we're going to multiply 1.5 times 760, and that gives us 2,640 yards in 1.5 miles. Then we've got Rosa and Pang walking, and we need to fill in this table. So we know that this is the number of minutes that they walked. This is how far Rosa walked, and this is how far Pang walked. So I set up some proportions to figure out how far they walked in each of the 8 and 13 minutes. So first I worked on Rosa's, set up a proportion, cross multiplied and divided. So we know she walked 1,056 in 8 minutes. Then I set up another proportion, cross multiplied and divide. She walked 1,716 yards in 13 minutes. Then I worked on Pang's. He walked 880 yards in 8 minutes and 1,430 yards in 13 minutes. Then we got this little tricky one. It says Rosa finishes the trail first. How long in minutes does she have to wait for Pang to finish? So we know the original trail up here was 2,640 yards. So I took that number down here, and I know that she walks 396 in 3 minutes. So how long does it take her to walk 2640? So cross multiply and divide, it took Rosa 20 minutes. Then I did the same thing for Peng. He walks 330 in 3 minutes, cross multiply, divide, and it took Peng 24 minutes to walk the 1.5 miles. So then I just took 24 minus 20, and Rosa has to wait 4 minutes for Peng to finish. So that's the end of the packet. Let's go back to the front. If you count up all of the points, and some of these are worth more than one. For instance, any of these tables where you had to, let me show you, where you had to fill in more than one answer. Each one of those answers is worth 1 point. So there's 44 total points. So you take your number correct, count up how many points you got correct, put that over 44, set it equal to n over 100, cross multiply and divide to find your percentage for your number correct on air packet 7.